Welcome to the Obsessed or Not Interested podcast. I am your host, Mindy Wender-Querio, and I'm a small town go-to girl next door who is obsessed with helping others see more for themselves so they can thrive in all areas of life. I love researching all the things like wellness, mindset, relationships, you name it. If I'm obsessed with it, I get hyper-focused on it and I research the crap out of it, and then I share it with you. If those are things that you're also obsessed with, then keep listening and let's become new best friends. Okay, here's a little part 2 that's going to be a lot shorter. But I forgot to say this on part 1. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go listen to part 1 on the Obsessed or Not Interested show, where I gave my very honest and blunt, open feedback in opinion on the shift that was made with Beachbody/Body 2 weeks ago. And so I said it all, like everything that's on my mind. I don't know if it's what anyone wanted to hear or if anyone cared. And if you don't care about any of this, that's fine. Go to the next episode or go back to an episode that speaks to you more. But I just wanted to share a little bit more about that because there's some things I forgot to say because, again, it was just really friend to friend. I had nothing written down, no plan of action, just speaking, this is what's going on. And I wanted to share with you all the things. So also so some of you are I've thought to myself, what if they asked this? Because I didn't mention this. If some of you are thinking, okay, so when Beachbody made that decision to change their business model and basically just take away all customers, the team that you built, the customer clients that you've been nurturing and built for 15 years, and all of a sudden, and your income that you've made built from all your hard work for over the past 15 years. And by the way, when I say that, that's not me being bitter. It's just being blunt. Okay, that's actually what's happening. I have so much gratitude for the last 15 years. I'm so grateful for what this company has done for me and this opportunity and just my life over the past 15 years. And I'm so freaking excited for the next chapter because it's just going to be like, I cannot. But for some of you that may be asking, when this decision was made and you made a decision to partner with another company after tons of research and a ton of prayer and surrendering, why did you even want to do this all over again and start rebuilding? Good question. Because I told my husband this when I was in that grieving state and I couldn't even think about partnering with anybody else. And I didn't think there was going to be a company out there. I truly didn't think that I was going to do network marketing and do this all over again. I literally said that to so many of my friends. I was like, I just don't see this as for me anymore. Like because I really believed so deeply in what I was doing. And I worked so freaking hard for what I had built for 15 years. So to me, I'm just like, I can't do this. Like I was burnt out from that news. So I really didn't think I would be able to find a company that would match, that I would align with, that I would believe in, and all of those things. And I didn't know if I had it in me to do it all over again. So that's where I was. Then, as I mentioned, I did find a company that I really was like, holy crap. I had the analogy in part 1 of this podcast where I was just like, oh, I'll never love again. I'm going to be single forever. And we think that. But then all of a sudden, somebody comes around and you're like, oh my gosh, okay, lots of green flags, not the red flags from the past relationship, a lot of green flags. Okay, maybe I could. And you start to say, okay, maybe I could see myself here or in this relationship, right? So I was there, but I still had to decide, do I have it in me to do this all over again? That was difficult. It took a lot of prayer. And then I went to another crazy, but my husband and I had signed up for a Christian seminar that teaches about trading, okay, like stock trading type of stuff, but it's run by Christians and stuff like that. We were already signed up for this. So that's another crazy thing because that was going to be part of our next chapter, which will be part of our next chapter, is we want to learn different things that we can teach our kids. And so we're at this event and I'm having the hardest time concentrating. I'm having to leave this seminar to get on calls with people. I have a CEO calling me in the middle of it to just ask me where my head, like, it was really hard for me to focus. My team's contacting me, just crazy. But I was in the room and this guy came up and he was the teacher. So let me just tell you a little story about this that he shared with us. This guy was up there and he said he was not a Christian yet. He was not a Christian yet. And he was making all this money with trading and he just felt empty about it. And he said, so he decided, well, I'm going to start teaching other people and team up with this company to teach people how to do this. Maybe that's the void that I'm missing here. And so he starts doing that and he still felt the void. So he went to his mentor and he said, do you ever feel lonely? Do you ever feel this? Do you ever feel that? And the guy goes, no, not at all. I'm here with my family. We're traveling. Like, I love my life. And then he said, I wonder why I feel like that. And he goes, maybe you should go to church. And this guy was just like, nah. Like, he was not living a Christian lifestyle. Let's put it that way. Like a bachelor life, like fun, like whatever. He's just like, nah, that's not for me. And he's like, well, then he came to him again and he said, I'm still feeling this way. And he goes, okay, I know you said no on church, but what about you just start praying? This could be done in your house. Just pray. Just pray and ask God to reveal himself to you. And he said, yeah, okay. So he's at home feeling that type of way. And he does pray to God. And he said, hey, if you're real, show me. So, like something just really plain and simple like that. Show me. Tell me that you're real. Tell me that this is the direction you want me to go. Show me that. Give me a sign if that's the thing. So then weeks pass, whatever, and he's grocery shopping and he saw one of the kids, 28-year-olds, that took one of his classes that he did on trading. And he's like, this kid was in the military and he was also, his wife, they had a couple kids, I think 2 boys, and he was working 2 jobs. So he would get home from his job, then he'd go and deliver, I think groceries or something during the nighttime. And then on the weekends, he had something else. So he had a couple jobs because he didn't want his wife to work. He wanted her to be a stay-at-home mom. So he was missing all these things with his kids. So he took the class to try to hopefully have another stream of income so he didn't have to miss all the things with his family and have 2 jobs. So he runs into him in the grocery store, right? And he goes, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh my gosh, how's it going? He goes, I got to tell you, the kid says to the teacher, I got to tell you this. I was able to quit my second job and I'm able to spend more time with the family and I have money in savings. And get this, I booked our first family vacation and they're from California. And so we got a little cabin. We're going Northern California, got this little cabin. There's snow. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And he's like, that's amazing. And he said, the teacher's just like, this was just filling me up. Like this, oh gosh, this makes me feel so good hearing this from this kid. He goes, and I got to tell you, I'm most excited that I get to spend time with my kids and we get to build a snowman together. And he said, in the middle of the grocery store, all of a sudden, overwhelming feeling of like just crying. And that's what I call the Holy Spirit, by the way, just crying and crying and crying. So happy that his life is changing. So happy he's going to build the snowman with his kids. And then they're hugging and they're both crying. And then he goes, man, what's going on? He goes, I don't know. This just really made me feel good. I just been down lately, been feeling a little lonely, feeling a little whatever. And this just really made my day. And he goes, well, if you're feeling lonely, why don't you come hang out with my buddies and I? And he's like, we hang out every Wednesday. And he's like, yeah, that sounds great. I want to do that. And he's like, well, what do you guys do? And he goes, oh, there's a men's group at Saddleback Church every Wednesday. I got goosebumps telling you this. And that's when he looked up and he's just like, okay, God, this was the sign that I needed. And that he started connecting and going to Saddleback Church and all of those things. And just what a great story is why I'm telling you that. How God is so good and God does reveal himself to us and God does give us signs of what the next chapter is or what we should be doing as long as we're willing to listen. And in that moment, we had a break or whatever, and I was just thinking about that story and it really hit me in the room and after when I was thinking about it is that I'm not done yet. I am not done making an impact in other people's lives. I am not done helping people see more for themselves because that is what God has given me as a gift. That's part of my gifts that God has given me, that I can speak life into other people, mentoring them in business. I love mentoring in business. That's what I thrived at when I was at Beachbody. Still am at Beachbody for 3 more months. And I have to respond to that. Please don't let me forget, even though you guys can't talk to me in real time, don't let me forget that. But I thrived at building a business and a team and a community and speaking life and helping people see more for themselves so they could believe in themselves to build a business themselves and thrive, and then pay that forward to other people. That's how we became one of the largest teams, one of the top teams, is because that is my thing. And so I just know throughout the 15 years, the amount of messages that I have received from other people saying the smallest or biggest things, like I was able to fit in these jeans for the first time. It could be something as small as that. My father started doing your workout program and he lost 60 pounds and he's off this medication. Or I was able to, this is the highest paycheck that my family and I have ever seen and we're debt free. Or I'm taking my family to, like, just all of the messages, big and small. That is what has kept me going for 15 years. 15 years is a long time. There's lots of people that aren't at the same job for 15 months. And I am so loyal, and I believed in this so much, that loyal to the bitter end, fought to the bitter end, did not waver. My belief never wavered. I never gave up. And this is what kept me going, is knowing that I can make an impact in other people's lives. And when I heard the guy on the stage tell that story, I thought to myself, I gotta do this. This is what I'm doing. I need to do this. If I find a company that I align with, which I had found a couple at that point. This was like almost a week after I had found out. So I had met with some companies that I could see and I felt aligned with, especially the one that I decided to go to. I just knew that I had to keep going with this. And I wanted to continue to make an impact in other people's lives. And I love the team building. I love the community part of this. I love mentoring people in business. I'm not done yet. Honestly, to be honest with you, the vision that I have is that was just the beginning. This next chapter is going to quadruple anything that I did in the last 15 years, to be honest with you. That's how aligned I feel and that's how excited I am. But that story was the one that spoke to me, knowing that. And then obviously looking back at all the signs God has been giving me into the next chapter. And of course, I'm still going to have multiple streams of income and do other things. I love what I do and all of the things that I do. But I could just go all in on my masterminds and my digital courses and my Airbnbs. I could just go all in on that. But I just, and that was on the table, to be honest with you. That was a decision that my husband and I were thinking about. Should I choose to go down this road and just go all in on these other streams of income I have and do that, because those things give me life too. But I just wasn't, I see myself, God has been showing me that you're not done yet. That's basically the message that I felt God was trying to give me. So there's that. And the other thing I want to tell you is people have been asking, how were you just representing these products and now all of a sudden you're not? I'm like, that is killing me. This is the next day I woke up and this is intertwined in my everyday life. Like, I'm just got home from dropping the kids off at school. If you listen to part 1, I was in the sauna, then did school drop off. Now I came home editing that podcast to upload. And now was like, wait, I want to say this. So now I'm doing this and I'm going to go upstairs and do a Beachbody workout. I love the trainers. I love some of the workouts, not all of them, because everyone's different. That's what I've always preached. But it's not like now all of a sudden I can just be like, I don't believe in these products anymore. I don't believe in these programs. They don't work. That's not me. I'm still going to recommend certain programs from this company, but there's just some other signs though that makes it pretty hard business-wise. I'm trying to think of an example for you guys, but if you knew about a company making certain decisions that didn't align with your beliefs and your values and your morals, would you still shop there? And maybe that answer is yes. I don't believe in cancel culture. I really don't. But I also have a hard time with how personal this is to me and and all the selfishness Like even if I did go with the affiliate model with Beachbody or Body, they will not share if, say, for example, you're a brand new customer of mine and you want to join my Rise group that I talked to you guys about. And you want to get a Beachbody workout program, a body workout program. And I tell you, this is a great workout program. I'm doing this. This would be great for you based on your goals. I highly recommend this. Beachbody won't allow me to have your name, email address, or any contact information. And by the way, you're like, what? I'm helping you be accountable and checking in on you and asking you how your workouts are going. This isn't, I'm just selling you a lip gloss. I'm sorry. I'm not recommending as an affiliate, oh, here's a lip gloss. I hope it works out for you. I'm sure you can figure it out. I'm sure you're going to not need a cheerleader or somebody to hold you accountable or to answer your questions or to check in on you to see how things are going. Fitness is different, dude. This is why Beachbody was different. That's why I'm like, the future, I don't know. This is my honest opinion, because you need the partners and the coaches when it comes to fitness. Just my 2 cents. Not everybody needs that, but I would say 80 to 90% of people need somebody in their corner for accountability, to check in on them and be there in their corner. Because a lot of times when somebody starts a new fitness lifestyle and wants to change their lifestyle, the people around them are just like not on board at first. And they don't believe that they're going to accomplish, and they don't even believe in themselves that they're going to do it. That's where we step in. So it's just a little messy and there's a lot of unknowns. But what I do know is that I don't agree with how the information was brought to the leaders and to the network about this change, and how we were literally flat out lied to and manipulated for this. I'm not bitter. I'm just telling you honestly, because I'm actually relieved. I'm grateful. I love reflecting back on the last 15 years, and I'm honestly relieved. I'm relieved. I know that sounds crazy. I have no anxiety, no fear, and I have a lot of relief and excitement for the next chapter. That's how I feel, just friend to friend. But I just want to be blunt with you guys, how the messaging was handled. We were being told the exact opposite, and these decisions were already made when they were lying to us, when they were manipulating us. So then we, as top leaders, went and told the network and our coaches and our teams and ourselves all the things that we were being told because we believed it. I mean, people have showed me that there's been articles that are dated back to April this year. So this decision wasn't made. I mean, it's a business, dude. This decision wasn't made on October 2nd when they announced it to us. It was probably made a long time ago. And they just wanted us to keep working to suck everything. And this is just my opinion. What I am seeing though, and maybe I just have trust issues, dude, but what I'm seeing as an intelligent, logical, level-headed adult, that's what I'm seeing, is that we were lied to for the simple fact that they wanted us to keep working our butts off to suck out whatever they could out of the network until they drop this news on us. So is it hard to represent a company that has those beliefs, morals, and values, and after 15 years, that's the way that they thought was the correct way to announce this type of change, and the way they went about it and stripping us away from our customers and instead of saying, okay, I'll join as an affiliate and I'll get all my customers moving forward and my coaches can come with me and my customers can come with me. It's just like weird. It's just very weird. It's very ick. It doesn't sit well with me, but I'm just blunt and honest with you. I can't be fake. I love body workouts. So yes, I'm going to continue to share them with other people. I just want you guys to know the truth about it though, and you guys can make your decision, but I'm going to continue using their workouts unless something better or similar comes along that I really can put my name behind, because I'm not fake and I will never, I don't take this platform that I have lightly. I will never share something with you unless I fully believe in it. That's why I have not went public to tell anybody. I mean, it's been 2 weeks now I've been on the products using them, but I just have not said anything public yet because I want to make sure. I haven't shared it with anyone yet, not even my best friends. I haven't. I mean, I've told my best friends what I'm doing, but when they're like, oh, send me your link. I want to support you. I want to do this too. This sounds amazing. I go, just hang on, hang tight. Let me continue to use the products because I don't want you to be going to get something that I don't believe in yet. And I can honestly say now at this point, I fully believe it, love them. I'm feeling the benefits, but I just got to make sure this is just who I am. I don't know if it's because I'm Midwestern or from a small town or I have amazing parents who raised me right or whatever, but I'm telling you, this is just, I feel like this is normal way to be, but unfortunately, that's just not how everybody is in the world. But you can know from me, I will never share something with you. I got your back. I'm not sharing something with you unless I believe in it. An example of this, I signed up for a company, I won't say what, but they have something that's like a purple tea. I won't say the company or what the tea is called, but they have a purple tea. And a lot of people that I know are representing these products. I actually shared it with you guys because I was feeling a difference in my focus. And what I realized is I found there was an ingredient that is disgusting in their product. And I had no idea because I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball. It's because I was just blindly was like, oh, okay, I'm going to try this. And then I saw benefits and I shared it. And so I came on my stories a couple of times now and said, hey, you guys, I just want to let you know this ingredient is in this purple tea. So I am no longer using it. Guess who used it though? Joey. I did not have it one more time after finding that out. I wouldn't consume it again. And I went on my stories to let you guys all know that. And I emailed anyone who had ordered it from me under my affiliate link. I emailed all them to let them know and I don't care if anyone uses it. Just don't use it because you think you're trusting me because I missed this. I dropped the ball. That's how honest I am with you guys. I could have continued to make money off of people who are ordering it from me, but instead I'm like, hey, you might not want to order this again because just so you know, and you might not care, but it matters to me and I'm not consuming it, but Joey didn't care. He drank the rest of that purple stuff and loved it. I don't know that he loved it. He just was using it because he didn't want it to go to waste. So there we go. That's who I am. Now, so if I find another, which I've heard, I don't know if it's true. And again, just bear with me. I will let you guys will always be the first to know. I have heard there is something coming that is like fitness related for workouts that I would know for a fact that I would back if it's true and it comes out and I can become partnered with that company. Even if I can't, I'll share it. I don't like either way. So that's where I am with that. There was something else I was going to tell you, wasn't there? I told you guys not to let me forget. So it was this. That's how I feel about that. I think that's it. Okay, we'll end this part 2 here. But yeah, so now like I said, now that I got this out on the podcast, I've expressed my feelings in 2-part episodes, told you guys all these things. If you guys want to know information about the company that I partnered with that is non-toxic, third-party tested, I'm loving them, I'm ready to share now, contact me at Mindy Wender or shoot me an email. It's mindy@mindywender.com and we'll chat. Otherwise, tomorrow, and you might not be listening to this right now or in time, that's fine. It's recorded. Tomorrow, I'm doing a live call where I can just talk to you guys all, whoever wants to know information, where I can explain more about it, but I don't want to do it here because some of you are just here for the tea and don't care about all that and just want to know my thoughts and just hearing all the things. That's where we'll go. I'll put the link in the show notes. Message me if you want for the recording. I'll also add the recording link. So if you're listening to this after Wednesday, October 16th, you can just go down in the show notes and the recording link will be there instead of like the live link. And if you're listening to it before that date, go down there and you'll get the Zoom link for the live link. It's tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you were just here for the tea, I love you. I freaking love you. I will talk to you next week. Look at, you didn't get anything from me and now you got 2 in 1 week. Look at that. Okay, love you guys. Seriously, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Obsessed or Not Interested podcast. I love connecting with you on social media. So if you guys want, please shoot me a DM at either our podcast Instagram, which is at Obsessed or Not Interested, or even my personal Instagram, which is at Mindy Wender. I check them both, so either is fine. Oh, and truly, if this has helped you even 1%, If you could do me a huge solid and leave me a rating and review, that would mean the world to me. When you guys do that, here's why I really love it. It's because it helps the podcast be able to reach more women who want and need this. So truly, that is like the best compliment you could ever give me, is just leaving ratings and reviews for this podcast. Anything that I talked about in today's episode, any links or resources, you will find that in the show notes. Thank you for listening to today. Can't wait to chat more in the DMs, and don't forget to tune in next Tuesday.